So if you're listening to me today, why don't you just grab a cup of coffee and sip it? And then just say, thank you, Lord, for giving me the opportunity to see another day. It's a beautiful day. It's a day that the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing and we are glad. Today, I came live to the studio because I want to talk to my women. If you're a husband of a woman, you're a brother of a sister, and whatever, you can sit glued and listen because you need to understand. But if you're a woman, don't go nowhere. Stand bagada and sit down. I want to talk about financial independence for women. You know, it's such an important subject. Someone said, and I agree, say it's always best. It's always best for a woman to have her own money and income. And I'm saying this and I mean it. It's always best, it's very important for a woman to have a money and an income. He said, the person saying, I don't want to quote the name, said, I've learned this from my parents. He said, where my mom never had her own account and money and was fully dependent on my dad and his income and had to ask him for everything if she wanted to get something for herself. I often felt sad for her and knew I would not let anyone have control over my money. This is one lady, she said this and I quoted it. She's a very popular person. I don't want to quote because I don't have the permission for a name. But she's saying, I saw what my mother went through and I will not allow that to happen to me. She says, make sure you've got your own money. Don't rely on a man so you don't end up stuck. And I want to read a scripture before you continue today, because a lot of times people ask me, maybe because I told you the Bible is my final authority in everything, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to quote it so that we can understand. First Thessalonians chapter 4, read from verse 9. It says, First Thessalonians chapter 4, and I'm going to read from verse 9. It says, now about your love for one another. We do not need to write to you, for you yourself have been taught by God to love each other. And in fact, you do love all of God's family throughout Macedonia. It says, yet, we urge you, brothers and sisters. If you have a pen, I want you to underline brothers and sisters. It says, we urge you, brothers and sisters, to do so much more and to make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. You should mind your own business and work with your hands. It was referring to brothers and sisters. Make it your life ambition to lead a quiet life. You should mind your own business and work with your hands, just as we told you. I'm specifically talking about financial independence for women. And I'm saying, women, it is important for you to work with your hands. It says, it now says, why? So that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. Verse 12, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. And I'm saying this to all my sisters. If you're a female, you're a man with a womb, you're the womb man. Don't let anyone deceive you. I don't care. If the person is a trillionaire in dollars, you should have your own income and you should be in charge of it. I'm going to explain, as I go on. And I want to introduce something to you. That's why I'm teaching this today. I am the CEO of Whitefield Foundation, and at Whitefield Foundation, we are committed to eradicating poverty through education and empowerment. So we have an initiative just for women. It's called BRIDGE for her. BRIDGE stands for Building Roots to Inclusion, Digital Skills and Gainful Employment for Women-Led Small Enterprises, Micro Enterprises. What do we want to do? The program will support 50 women-led businesses, but your business must be in the mainland, because, there's going to be physical visit to our hub, which is at 25 McQueen, and we're not going to entertain. I don't have money. I don't have transport costs. So you have to be around Mushin, Shomolu, Oyinbo, Yaba, Abat Macaulay, Iwaya, Bariga, Folagoro, Those are the areas, Muritala Mohammed, Simpson Street, Hughes Avenue. Those are the places you need to be. Surulere can be captured as well. Okay. The training is held in person at the Whitefield Foundation Training Hub. So it's important for you to be there. So who are these people? Women who are already running their businesses, but you want to increase your sales, you want to attract more customers, you want to manage your business more effectively. We want to cut you over to a digital cutting edge. So you will learn how to use digital tools, that can make immediate difference. So we'll give you digital foundations such as a professional business identity using things, Google Business Profile, how you will use Canva, smartphone photography, all this you'll be taught. Social media for sales using all these platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, market products, engage customers, and all those will teach you that. Then money and business book record. The reason a lot of people are not able to access loans, even from the Bank of Industry and other banks, is because they don't even know how to qualify themselves. They don't have proper bookkeeping. So how to manage digital payment, keeping proper business record, tracking inventory, and improving customer management. We're going to teach that. Then we're going to teach you AI for business optimization, using AI tools like ChatGPT, exploring online marketplace, improving products presentation, and developing a practical business growth plan. These are more of the things we're going to teach you. So beyond the classroom, we're going to handhold you for a few months to help you until you're able to run. And then we'll put you in our community. And because I'm obstinate about seeing women breaking themselves free from that bondage. I don't know who put us there, but we're going to be free somehow. Okay. So how do you register? Now listen to me. Right away, go on to Whitefield Foundation .ng. So if you're going to type something now, touch http:/whitefieldfoundation.ng/bridge for her. If you go to Whitefield Foundation right now, you will find Bridge for her there. If you are not so sure, send WhatsApp only to 0905 7540,000. 0905 754000 and send your request. We will send the link to you. Bridge for Her is more than a training program. It's an opportunity for women entrepreneurs to embrace digital innovation, improve their income, expand their customer base, and build sustainable businesses that can create jobs and strengthen their communities. See, I'm a woman. I've seen the difference. I have choices, and that's because I have my own means. I have a loving husband. We've been together since 1992. So I'm not saying this because I'm a single woman, because you think, oh, whenever someone is talking about women emancipation and all that, they must be single and they must be frustrated. They must be unhappy people. I'm happy. I'm happily married. I love what I'm doing. I love my husband. I respect him. But I can see a lot of women, they are not doing well, and I want you to do well. So please, let me say the phone number again. Send a WhatsApp to 0905 754 0000. 0905 7540,000. And then you can go to whitefieldfoundation.ng to find Bridge for Her and register. Very, very important. Today I'm talking about financial freedom for women. Okay. What I'm saying, the quote I gave wasn't said in bitterness. Okay. There was no trace of cynicism, just truth distilled from years of observation and probably heartbreak. This wasn't advice born out of fear. It was a call for freedom. I'm reading what this person wrote. I don't have a permission to share her name. So there's this mother that warned our daughter. The mother's words stirred something in me, she said. Maybe because I've seen it too in other women trapped in relationships long past their expiration dates. Some relationship you're meant to exit straight. So not because they don't want to leave, but because they can't afford to. You don't even know the true test of your marriage. If the only reason you're staying there is because you don't have a choice. Because the price for starting over feels higher than the cost of staying. Because money or the lack of it becomes a silent chain around their choices. Money becomes a chain around your choice. The only reason you're staying. In those days, I remember our mothers would say, I'm staying because of the children. But right now, they're not even staying because of the children. They're staying because they cannot afford not to stay. He who pays the piper dictates the tune. So in many households, the conversation around money and women is still hushed. Shh, 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 shh. Girls are often raised to be kind, caring, nurturing, but girls are rarely taught to be financially independent. I want to challenge women. I want to challenge mothers. You don't want to raise your girl to be caring, to be nurturing, to be kind alone. It's good to train them to be so. And I would also add, train your sons to be nurturing, to be kind. Also train them to be financially independent. Remember 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. Walk with your hands so that your daily life will gain the admiration of others, will gain the respect of others, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. We need to train our girls more. See, they're still praised more for being selfless. We need to train our girls to be selfless, but much more to be self-sufficient. I want you to read my lips and hear what I'm saying. Train your daughters to be selfless. Yes, train your sons also to be selfless, but train them much more to be self-sufficient. Each individual must be self-sufficient. So more for what they can give than what they can build. So we want to train our girls not just for what they can be, but what they can build, what they have capacity to make happen. See, they are told to marry well, not necessarily taught how to manage wealth. You keep telling when every time you see your daughter, train them to marry well, teach them, but teach them also to manage wealth. And we're going to go on a short break, and I'm going to open the phone lines after the short break. Paul says it is better for a single man to marry than to burn. Are you single, married, widowed, separated, or divorced? Join me on Family Today.
Family Today with Funmi Johnson. It's one program that will bring you in alignment with who you truly are and open your mind to how you rock your significant interpersonal relationships while sidestepping the landmines, culture, religion, and society have laid in your path. Family Today with Funmi Johnson goes where others are shy to go and shines the light in the dark corners others have forgotten. Tune in at 11:30 a.m. every Friday to listen to Family Today with Funmi Johnson. Inspiration 92.3.
We're back. I'm going to open the phone line for one or two calls. The number to call is 0707-218-6998. I'll call it slowly. 0707-218-6998. Today I was listening to a podcast and the lady was saying, if only women can practice self-love like the way men do. Gave the story of a lady who was in a relationship, was dating a guy, and then they were going on shift, and she was going to be on duty by 6 a.m. And the guy said, no, I just miss you. And they were talking up to like 2-3 a.m. She had just barely like 2 hours to sleep. Now, when it was the guy's turn to be on shift and resume work at 6 a.m. the following morning, by 10, he said, I have to resume work. I don't do well if I don't make my 8-hour sleep. Then the girl found out that, I told you I was going to resume at 6, but we kept me talking till 2. So the guy knew how to take care of himself, but the girl did not know. We are told to give and give and give, and we don't even know when we have outgiven ourselves. But that has to change. Teach us to be nurturing, but teach us to build as well. I'm going to repeat this, and I want you to hear. It's important. If you want to share with me what's your experience as a woman, and if you're a man, I'm ready to listen to you. Call that number 0707. Very, very important. I want to hear. I'll take just one or two calls. I have just about less than 15 minutes to the end of this conversation. So, what am I saying? I'm reiterating that it is important for us to raise our girls to be financially independent. Raise them to be selfless, but raise them much more to be self-sufficient. Teach them to give, but teach them to build. Teach them to marry well, but of more importance, teach them to manage wealth. It is important. We've sent a lot of women to their untimely grave. We've impoverished a lot of women and a lot of households just because we were very selective in what we were teaching them. And we're making them to think that when they go that route, they are doing the world a favor. No. When a woman is empowered, you'll also find out that the children will be liberated and they would have better choices. I said, generation after generation, many women wake up one day to realize they don't know how to handle a bad situation. Not because they are not strong, but because strength without resources often lead nowhere. They take rubbish because they don't have a choice. They're strong, but strength without resources, when they say sit down there, you sit down, even though you know that you're supposed to be standing. So financial independence isn't just about being stronger than men. No, nobody's competing. It should never be made about men. Because someone says, oh, women liberation, they want to come and oppress men. Why? No, it is about having the freedom to choose. You should be able to decide. And if you really, really bring a lot of women out, you will realize that the reason they're staying and doing what they're doing is because that's where their bread is being buttered. It is about having the freedom to choose, the freedom to say yes from abundance and no from choice. So it is important for you to know, if you're a husband today, I want to challenge you. Let your wife have financial freedom. Then you will know whether she truly loves you. People talk a lot about submission. And then a lot of men think that women are submissive to them. No, they're submitted to their paycheck. And they're submitted to not having, a blow on their head. Let there be a level playing field where there is mutual love and respect. Then you will know whether the woman is submissive or not. But if I don't have a choice, of course, I will submit now. Financial independence isn't about being stronger than men. I say that again. It's the freedom to say yes from abundance and no. Not the call we were waiting for. So we're continuing. The phone lines are still open, 0707 218 6998. When a woman has her own money, she isn't automatically happier, but she is freer. So I'm not saying money brings happiness. No, she's freer. And that kind of freedom, the ability to walk away from disrespect, to start again on her own terms, to shape her life the way she envisions, that is everything. Talk at your own terms. I preach beautiful marriages, and I've experienced one of the most phenomenal, significant, outstanding marriages. Like you can see me, I'm very outspoken and I would not lie. I've been married since 1992. My husband is a good man. There are good men out there. So I'm calling all those good men, join me to empower women around you, your wife, your daughters, your sisters, your friends, to empower them and to let them know. Money for a woman is not just currency, it is protection. It is option. It is peace of mind at 3 a.m. It is having strength to leave behind whatever has ceased to support our growth or well-being. That is what it means for a woman. And that doesn't make her ungrateful. It just makes her responsible for herself, to our children, and to our future. If you're a woman listening to me today and you're working on your career, your small business, your budget, your spreadsheet, please don't stop. If the man loves you, he must accommodate that. If a man tells you to leave your job, that man is not after your well-being. I know childbearing, pregnancy, child rearing can be tough. Let him walk with you. Let him reduce some of the things he's doing outside and join you. The only one he cannot join you to do is the pregnancy, is the breastfeeding. And that is when you are the one latching the baby. You can express and it can help you bottle feed the baby with the breast milk. I support exclusive breastfeeding. All my children were breastfed exclusively. And my youngest is going to be 29. So that was a long time ago. But what I'm saying is, your husband can support you. When we had our last child, my husband said, you know what? All you need to do is you carry the pregnancy and deliver baby for me, and I'll take over from there. And that was exactly what he did. I will breastfeed and I'll hand over the baby to him. Between him and the nanny, they take care until the next breastfeeding session. So it was easy. In fact, I can't remember ever changing the diaper and the nanny. It was it. Medical. It was the one that noticed joy at that time. I'm calling on good men, rise up. Let's share this responsibility so that the women can be free to think. They can be free to build wealth. It's important for your wife to build wealth. I'm sure a billionaire in dollars in my own money. Let me build my own empire. It be said that I'm not staying with you because I don't have a choice, but I'm choosing you because I desire to do so. Let's do that together. Man is not a backup plan, a security blanket. Up space, make her walk towards the life she wants, not the ones she's cornered into. Many women don't have a choice. They are doing, because sometimes the boldest revolution doesn't happen in the streets. They happen quietly in bank accounts, in choices made, in lives reclaimed. And maybe begins with a and you deserve, and I have lived. Especially people my age, you have accepted, and not faith, F-A-T-E. You have accepted. I'm not fighting you, but can you please free your children and stop telling them that no money, no woman is born to suffer. Beyond you. Lie. Don't tell them they can build wealth. Tell them to be. Tell them. No, you desire to live freely. Okay, hello. Hello, good morning. Where are you calling from and what's your name? Okay, please. Oh, is it for the bridge for her? Problem, we will talk about that. Send a WhatsApp to 0905 7. Write it down. Hello, I can hear you. I can hear you. I want to give you a phone number. Send a WhatsApp to 0905 7509 09 05 000. Okay. Yes. 090574,000. Yeah. 09057540,000. Let me just use a few minutes that I have left to talk about the bridge for her. Now, these 2 minutes is for, I won't take any more calls, so please don't entertain any more calls. I want you to listen to me if you're a woman. And if you're the husband of a woman, you want her to be financially free. We want to help small business owners. The minimum qualification is that you are literate enough to use your phone so that when we're teaching you, you can understand. Okay? We want to cut you over to digital optimization, digital foundation, set up professional business identity using tools like WhatsApp Business, Google Business Profile, Canva, smartphone photography. We're going to teach you that. Social media for sales using Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, market products, engage customers, and grow sales. Money and business records, managing payments, keeping proper business records, tracking inventory, and improving customer management. AI for business optimization, using AI tools like ChatGPT, exploring online marketplace. There are so many things you can do, improving product presentation and developing a practical business growth plan. Remember, on Whitefield to go and register, you will see, bridge for, go register. And if you miss, send the what 0057540,000. Remember, I am committed to becoming financially free. I can't say more. Follow the Funmi Johnson on all social media platform, the Funmi Johnson. Send me a DM and I will send you all these opportunities. It's going to happen this month of July. Thank you again. God bless you. You people will not kill me.
It was the guy who's just a